Okay, then. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Geeta Ramakrishnan, and I am the current chairperson of the San Francisco chapter of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. So, first of all, let me thank you all for joining us today in what is clearly a very auspicious day. Merry Christmas to all of you. On behalf of President Atul Kumarji, Vice President Jambu Sariaji, and all the members based here in the United States, it is my greatest honor to welcome our esteemed guests. I start off with Honorable Member of Parliament, Shri Suresh Prabhu, C.A. Suresh Prabhu, I should say, former Minister of Railways, former Minister of Commerce, current Member of Parliament, Rajya Sabha. Also, Asim Kumarji from the Consulate General of India in Atlanta. Our very own CA Mahavir Singh VG, Joint Secretary, Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India. And from the great state of New Jersey, Commissioner Upendra Chivukula, the New Jersey Board of Public Utilities. Dr. Rajiv Dugar, Vice Chairman of the Washington State Board of Accountancy. And Ms. Terry Kay, CPA and board member of the South Florida Manufacturers Association. My warmest welcome also to other founding chairmen on this call. CA Vijay Gupta ji, a special shout out to you. He was instrumental in igniting the flame of ICAI here in North America. Pioneer Rakesh Jain ji, who started the first chapter of ICAI in New York. I don't see Pawan Sharda, but Pawan Sharda from Houston, our founding member, will be joining us as well. And of course, all the founding members of the rep offices that we are going to inaugurate today. Welcome. But most importantly, I welcome all of you, members and non members, who are joining us today on this historic day when we expand in America, when we take ICAI to newer frontiers in America. Welcome. Well, boy, what a year it's been. Global pandemics, catastrophic climate events, political unrest, economic unrest, and all of us, all across the world, regardless of where we are, united in lockdowns and various shades of masks. But it's also been a year when chartered accountants have been united in resilience and resolve and in assisting in any way that we can. For the Institute, this has been a year of great nation building when we have assisted the government of India with all its efforts in fighting COVID. It's also been a year of blistering growth. Surprising, but it's true. I think this year over Zoom, we have achieved so much. At last count, we are 19 representative offices. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, we were 0 representative offices 12 months ago. But today we are 19 representative offices and 36 chapters all across the world. So, which means no matter where you are in the world, chances are you're not very far away from home. You're not very far away from the Institute at all. So kudos to the leadership team at the Institute of Chartered Accountants. This under your guidance, Atulji and Jambusarya we have scaled some really high heights. So now, why is a chapter, why is a representative office so important? As you all know, we are well over 300,000 members all across the world, and We are universally recognized for our professional competence, for our abilities, for our skills, for our, for our high standards of ethics. We are universally welcomed and universally wanted. As I plumb through the list of our members, both here in the United States, I am struck by how far we have reached, not just in finance and accounting, but pretty much every sphere of life. Today, chartered
Mhm.
accountants, our CFOs, our CEOs, our diplomats, our academicians, we have power and influence in pretty much every sector. And being able to come together and harness this power means that means so much for all of us as individual members, but also as a community. Um, the Institute has very rightly recognized that this powerhouse of talent needs a home. We need a place that we can connect. We need a place where we can, where members of all stripes can get together, senior members assisting the newer ones. We need a place where we can bring together all our talents to bear and change the world, change our worlds, change the entire world. And this is exactly uh, what Atul Kumar ji and Jambu Saria ji have taken us on a path. So it is a fantastic feeling today. At the start of the year, we were just one active chapter here in the United States. We end 2020 uh, with 3 active chapters and 8 representative offices with more to come. It's a fantastic feeling. A chapter undertakes many important missions. The first and foremost, of course, is to is to be a home for all chartered accountants, so that all of us can connect. But also job fairs, professional development, mentoring, opportunities for for professional development, access where otherwise there would not have been, opening doors. And here in the US, we have a couple of really important missions. The first one is the MRA, or the Mutual Recognition Agreement, where we're working with local bodies and state accountancy boards to ensure that a chartered accountant that comes in from India will be free to ply his trade, his or her trade. Um, a recognition of the qualification of the Indian CA, in a way that we do not have to requalify. An automatic recognition is what we are working for. Another one of our very important initiatives is executive education. We're in the process of, we're working with several elite universities, including Ivy League ones, to see how we can bring together a customized course for chartered accountants, a customized course, customized branding, um, completely customized to the Indian chartered accounting, and which will be available to chartered accountants not just in the United States, but everywhere. So everything that we do is to benefit the chartered accountant through our events and networking, chartered accountants here in the US. But our greater missions will benefit chartered accountants all through the world. So earlier this year, on July 4th, we inaugurated 5 chapters. I'm sorry, 5 representative offices and reactivated the New York chapter. And at the time, I said that it was historic, path breaking, and unlikely to be replicated. But I had underestimated us. I stand corrected. I was wrong. Today, we have 4 more chapters: Atlanta, Florida, Seattle.
Big
Um,
office.
I'm sorry?
Rep office, right?
Oh, yes. We have, I apologize. So today, there's four new rep offices coming on board, but it is only a matter of time before their chapters, Vish.
True.
So we have Florida, we have Seattle,
Atlanta, New Jersey,
New Jersey, and,
Atlanta.
and Atlanta coming on board today. Thank you so much for joining us on this historic mission. And with that, I hand it over to founding chairman, CA Vish Arunachalam. Thank you.
Thank you, Geeta. That was a wonderful beginning to this special event. Thank you. Able to see me?
Yes, we can see you.
Great. Dear esteemed special guests, ICAI President Atul Kumar Gupta ji, Honorable CA Suresh Prabhu ji, CA Mahavir Singh ji IFS, Acting Consul Mr. Asim Kumar, ICAI Vice President CA Nihar Jambur Surya ji, fellow CAs and our well-wishers from around the globe. I would like to start my speech with the inspiring words of one of America's greatest heroes and the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. He said that the best way to predict your future is to create it. Today, we are taking ICAI to newer frontiers in America. We are celebrating ICAI's grand arrival in 4 new regions in the USA. This special occasion has panelists participating from 4 different time zones and from 3 different countries, the USA, India, and Canada. This event symbolizes the cooperation between the vibrant democracies that recognize the importance of freedom, equal treatment of all citizens, human rights, and a commitment to the rule of law. Friends, I am honored to be joined by my professional colleagues from across the world in the presence of our distinguished guests and well-wishers for this grand launch of our ICA's new representative offices in Atlanta, Florida, and New Jersey in the East Coast, and Seattle in the West Coast of the USA. In 2020, under the leadership of our ICAI President, CA Atul Kumar Gupta ji, we have embarked on this journey of expanding the ICAI footprint around the globe. This is already the 3rd time we are meeting this year for such an event. Our ICAI has lowered the bar for establishing overseas offices by requiring 5 consenting members to form a representative office in place of the 20 consenting members that were required for forming a full-fledged chapter. This has provided us the opportunity to start with a small core group of 5 consenting members and then quickly growing into a bigger chapter within a short period of time. We have been at the forefront of this ambitious international expansion by ICAI. We are proud about it. We have set a very high bar for ourselves in the USA. I'm proud to say that at the recently held ICAI International Conference earlier this month, we went ahead and announced our vision statement for the year 2025 and made it known that by then we aim to have at least one ICAI office in each of the 50 states in the USA. Many of you may recall earlier this year on July 4th, as Geeta was alluding, our ICAI hit a sixer when we inaugurated 5 representative offices and reactivated the ICAI New York chapter in the USA. In November this year, ICAI inaugurated its 3rd chapter in the USA in Houston, Texas. I'm glad to share with all of you, within the next 60 days, we expect ICAI's helicopter shot in the USA. We expect to have 6 ICAI chapters in the USA by then, with the launch of new chapters in Chicago, New England, and Washington, DC. As founder chairman of the San Francisco chapter of the ICAI, I'm very excited and proud about the fact that our team at ICAI San Francisco has incubated ICAI offices in 10 regions in this extraordinary year, 2020. There's one more thing I would like to talk about. That's about the ICAI USA National Office in San Francisco. We have got approval from our ICAI headquarters through our leadership to establish a nodal office for ICAI in the USA in San Francisco. We expect to launch this office in Jan 2021 under the leadership of our President, Sri Atul Kumar Gupta ji. I hope this narrative will encourage many more of our fraternity members to rise up and unite in different parts of the world to form their representative office as a first step to form their own chapters. Today, 4 more planets are about to join the overseas orbit of our ICAI. I welcome each of those teams that are waiting to take wings. We have few of those founding members on this call. Please join us in cheering them and encouraging our new founding team members. They are an enthusiastic bunch. It has been a pleasure working with them and our ICAI International Affairs team in making this possible. My sincere thanks to our ICAI management committee members who are on this call, who will be watching this right now. We are slowly but surely bringing together our large network of the 4,000 plus successful chartered accountants in the USA closer to the CA fraternity around the world. Here's a short 2-minute holiday greetings video that we created for all of them. Thank you. I'll be sharing my screen. Give me a second. Are you able to hear the audio?
Yes.
Great. Thank you. Over to you, Geeta.
That was rousing. Thank you. So I now invite Vice President C.A. Nihar Jambusaria ji to address the gathering. A man of great vision and professional wisdom, Jambusaria ji believes in the all-round and inclusive growth of the Indian Chartered Accountant and indeed the entire profession. In addition to serving as Vice President, C.A. Jambusaria ji is also associated with India's largest business house. He qualified as a chartered accountant in 1984 and has several professional accomplishments to his credit.
Thank you, Geeta. Good morning to everybody in US. President Atul Gupta ji, CA Suresh Prabhu ji, CA Geeta, CA Vish, Rakesh Jain, Vijay Gupta, Ansul Kumar, Purva, Asim Kumar, Mahavir Singhvi ji, Sudha, Shiv, Rajiv Giri, Sanjay Gupta, and all those who are present here. And you have really surprised us. The fire that President Atul Gupta ignited at the beginning of this year has really taken a leap, and it is so much pleasure to know that today we are opening 4 rep offices, one in Florida, Seattle, New Jersey, Atlanta, and you are promising 2 new chapters in the time to come, and that too within around 30 days. This is promise that by 2025, one ICAI office in 50 states. It will be a wonderful work, and I remember whenever a new chapter used to be opened in the past, ICAI president had to travel physically to open chapter. And this year, with the pandemic allowing us a lot of time to think, introspect, look at ourselves, look at opportunities, this challenging situation offered opportunities, and you at US grabbed it. And I'm sure that these rep offices will soon be converted into chapter, and there will be all chapters which will really take off the activities. Even Gita's statement that we are looking forward to MRS, where Indian CAs will not require to qualify any test in US, is a very good news, and I am sure that you all will work very actively towards it. And the way you have settled down in US, the Indian chartered accountants in future wanting to settle down there will have the ease of settling down. You may have passed some tests or exams there. The new chartered accountants, if these MRAs happen, will have convenience of straight away taking off in US when they land there. So this is a fantastic situation. The example that you have set will encourage all countries where we have chartered accountants, Indian chartered accountants, to set up chapters. They may start with rep offices, which may ultimately get converted or culminated into chapters. And we are looking forward to that day. From the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, for these chapters and rep offices, whatever help you require, whatever inputs you require, and if you want to enhance the activities, then the digital learning hub that we have, the number of programs that we have, we can extend to all chapters and rep offices in whatever manner you want it to be. So we are all here to support this spirit that you have today. And I'm sure that in US, Indian chartered accountants will make a mark and we will have footprints all throughout US and Canada. Thank you so much for the initiative of for these four rep offices in Florida, Seattle, New Jersey, and Atlanta. I'm very delighted, and I'm sure this initiative will continue in the future also. And in India at ICAI, we don't think of whose term it is. President Atul Gupta has taken this very good step of encouraging all of you there, and we will continue these efforts. ICAI is a going concern. All these activities and efforts will continue at the same pace. That is what I can promise. Thank you so much.
Um, Thank you, Jambusarya ji. That was very inspiring, especially the tips that you have given us to operationalize uh, this growth, this explosive growth that we have seen here in the US. Um, so between Vish and I, we actually have a little competition going on who will introduce Atul Kumar Gupta ji. Uh, he has been an absolute, what's the word? For us, it's been like a star, like a flash in the sky, if you will. So Vish, did you want to introduce Atul Kumar ji, or shall I? Can't hear you.
Please go ahead, Geeta. Please do. Thank you.
All right. So, a man with astute intellect and quick understanding and a sharp vision, C. Atul Kumar Gupta ji was elected as the president of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India for the term 2021. Having served the profession for about 2 decades, he joined the Central Council in 2013, where he remained a member for 2 consecutive terms. He's widely respected for his strong organizational skills and deep insight into the affairs of the profession. CA Atul Gupta ji has immensely contributed to the cause of the profession. And, and we know that to be true. With his commitment, dedication, and service to the profession, he has taken the profession to newer heights and constantly raises the bar as to what it is that we can do. So thank you, Atul Kumarji, for your dynamism, for for how much you inspire us, and just your accessibility. It's made a big difference to many of us. So Atul Kumar Gupta ji, I call you to the virtual podium.
Thank you, Geeta ji. Very respected CA Suresh Prabhuji, the Honorable Member of Parliament, Rajya Sabha, and India's Sherpa to G7 and G20, the former Minister of Railway, the Honorable Shri Asim Kumarji, the Council Head of Chancery, the Consulate General of India in Atlanta, our own CA Mahavir Singhvi ji, the IFS Joint Secretary, Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, under whose aegis that we all are aware that Ministry of External Affairs recognize all our chapters and representative office at the global level. our very respected Vice President ICAI, CA Nihar Niranjan Jambu Sariaji, the chairman and the chairperson and the founder chairman of San Francisco chapter, CA Vish Arunachalamji, under whose dynamic leadership today we are looking into such a, I will say, the acceleration in the entire activity at the North America and even at the other parts. Madam CA Geeta ji, Madam CA Sudha, and all my colleagues who are the part of this program, CA Mr. Rajiv Dogar ji, Sanjay Gupta ji, Vijay Gupta ji, Purva ji, and Shiv Bhardwaj, Rakesh Jain ji, and everybody. At the outset, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you based on your locations. And I pray the Almighty for the well-being of each one of you in this pandemic situation. And I congratulate the representative office, the team who taken the lead to create the representative office in the Atlanta, Florida, New Jersey, and Seattle today. Friends, as being rightly mentioned by Geeta ji in the initial remarks, that the profession which started way back the 72 years back, that is on the 1st of July 1949, with only few hundred members and students with one head office. Today we have, apart from the more than 390,000 members and 700,000 students, the Indian presence at the 167 locations. But it is very important to note down that today the ICAI presence officially available in the 43 countries with the 63 representative office and the chapters as well. So friends, as being shared by the madam initially, that the chapters and the representative office plays a very, very important role for the, I will say, the 360-degree view of the profession as well as the economy. On the one side, the chapters and representative office are the very, very important pillar for the brand building of the profession, offering the numerous professional opportunities to the professional colleagues who are settled at the global jurisdiction, but also the colleagues who wish to move out and join the wagon of international opportunities. At the same time, they bring a lot of new learning at home as well. As we are all aware that India is looking towards the 5 trillion economy, the Atmanirbhar Bharat, and see to have a ease of doing rank within the top 50 rank of the ease of doing. And I am aware that all these chapters are and the representative offices are playing a very, very important role into that. I can just tell you, since Vijay Gupta ji is here today in this meeting, who is the founder, chairman of the British Columbia chapter of ICAI. We used to call it Vancouver chapter. That the last year in the November, I was there in the Vancouver chapter meeting, wherein the chapter hosted a program not only for the Indian colleagues but also for the entire global fraternity leaders, may it be the IFAC, may it be the Kappa, SAFA, and even the other regional and the global forums. So you can understand that the day was there when the Indian Chartered Accountants, the team of Indian Chartered Accountant hosted the entire global leadership at the Vancouver, which is around 10,000, maybe the 10,000 or even more than far away from the heart of the country. So that kind of a leadership, that kind of a connectivity, that kind of a brand building exercise for the profession, for the country is certainly coming from the chapters and the representative office. Now, when the chapters and the representative office, their roles, their responsibility, the opportunities, what they are offering, and the collaboration with the government, what they are offering is something that we all cherish. But at the same time, I can tell you that the connectivity of the professional colleagues at the chapter and representative office also give a lot of enrichment for their skills as well. ICI at number of times organizing the various virtual meetings, virtual talks, various programs to see that the members who are now located overseas also get themselves reskilled on all those topics which are very, very important for the economy at their jurisdiction as well. So when our members are getting expertise on the blockchain, the artificial intelligence, the data analytics, then the international taxation, valuations, and all these. So they are not only important for the country, but also the jurisdiction where they are based in. And that is something that we all cherish, that the chartered accountant, and that's why they are all being called as the partner in the nation building. So these chartered accountants who are located overseas is not only important for the brand building of the profession for the country, but also they are putting a lot of initiative into the jurisdiction wherever they are. So I congratulate today that we are now moved to these 4 new chapters, and I'm a representative office, and I'm aware that the already the Houston, the which the representative office converted into the chapter, and as given by the wish that very soon the Chicago will be also converted into the chapter, likewise the other, that all these representative office soon will become officially the chapters of the ICI, and the feather in the crown of the USA, the North America, the our colleagues who are there will be there when we have our own office in the San Francisco very soon. So my best wishes, and as being rightly said by Honorable Vice President ICI, that ICI is a going concern organization. So our leadership, our team will be there to support you in all your initiatives, and see that together how we can see that our country, our alma mater is getting that kind of a recognition, the 5 trillion economic target, the Atmanirbhar Bharat, more investment flowing from the jurisdiction to India, the better ease of doing ranking, the new initiative, new thought process, which will be there, exchange between the two countries, and which will be beneficial for both the jurisdiction. So thank you very much to Asim Kumar ji, thank you very much Mahavir Singh ji, and thank you very much CA Suresh Prabhu ji for gracing this special occasion when the ICI is marching ahead with these 4 new representative office in the 4 cities of the North America. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you, President Atul Kumar Gupta ji. You're right. This has been historic, uh, not just in North America, but all through the world. And thank you for your guidance through this process. Uh, next, our next speaker is a very eminent guest, Consul Asim Kumarji, Consul General at the Consulate General of India in Atlanta. Mr. Kumar joined the Ministry of External Affairs in 1991. He's a stellar diplomat with a very rich service experience, having served in missions in Pakistan, the United Kingdom, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and Bangladesh. In between, he has served in various departments of the Ministry of External Affairs at headquarters. Mr. Kumar joined the Consulate General of India in Atlanta in 2018 and has been actively involved here with the Indian American community in Southeast USA, in addition to his responsibilities as head of Chancery in running the administration of the consulate. So welcome, Asim Kumarji. Thank you for addressing us.
Thank you, Geeta ji, for this introduction, and thank you, Mr. Visarun ji, for inviting me. I really feel very happy to join you all. My warm greetings to Honorable Member of Parliament, Sri Suresh Prabhu ji, my senior colleague, Sri Mahavir Singh ji. It's really a great historic occasion that you are all together opening 4 offices in the United States. You have, as Atul Kumar ji pointed out, Atul Gupta ji and Jambu Salia ji, you have been expanding, and your horizons are expanding. You already have 3 offices in 3 chapters here, and I do hope all the representative offices change into chapters. So with these 4 offices, 2 in our region, the Southeast Asia, the Southeast USA, which is under the jurisdiction of Consulate General of India, Atlanta. Atlanta and Florida. This is new offices are at Seattle and New Jersey also. So with these 4 offices and more in the offing that you plan, I think you will have a pan-USA presence, and with the 50 officers, of course, it will be a miracle, and I do hope that you do this miracle. And I congratulate you all for opening these offices. All the best, my heartfelt congratulations. The USA and India are very natural partners and friends. In the recent years, our friendship has been growing. Our leadership have been meeting, top leadership, our ministers, our bureaucrats have been meeting more and more. See, we have many things in common. Both the countries are major, large democracies, vibrant democracies. We both have open societies. We both have open economies, open market, free market. We both have freedom of expression, free media, freedom to move anywhere for employment or business. So all these things make together natural partners. But the best thing is that our best asset is the people contact. There is a sizable Indian presence here, and both the people of United States and the people of India respect each other's intelligence, industriousness, and so we have come together, and this relationship is ever expanding. We fondly remember the visit of our Prime Minister Modi in September 2019 to United States. And very recently, we also remember the visit of President Trump to India in February this year. So all these things have taken our relationship to new heights, and USA is the second largest trading partner of India. It is also the 6th largest source of foreign direct investment into India. Our bilateral trade in 2018 was around $142 billion, which this year, last year, in 2019, it has gone up to $150 billion. We have a robust defense trade, bilateral trade of around $20 billion. There are around 200 Indian companies which are working in different parts of United States and in almost all the 50 states of United States. So it's a great partnership, and we do feel that this will again keep on expanding and go to just to reflect the share of our region, this Southeast USA. I would like to just make a brief presentation, and that will show how this region is playing an important role, how much it contributes to the GDP of the US economy, and also vis-a-vis the trade and commerce with India. So this is the first slide. As you can see, we have jurisdiction over the states of 6 states of Mississippi, Tennessee, Alabama, South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. Besides this, we also have jurisdiction over 2 territories, which are the territory of Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico. So you see, in this part of the world, there are around 55 million people, and this makes around 16.7% of the total US population. And the contribution of this area is around $28.2 trillion, which is about 13% of the total US GDP. And the Indian population here in this area is around 4 lakhs. Now we see at the total goods trade statistics. You can see that the in 2019 we had around $92 billion of trade. The total USA had this figure, and our area of these 6 states and territories had around $12 billion, which makes again 13% of the USA, total USA. So our jurisdiction of exports back. Our jurisdiction of exports was 15%, and imports from India were 15%, and exports to India was 9%. So that is 24%, which is still which shows that there is a good scope for export of goods more from India. Next. So as you can see, we have these states, they are known for these industries. The Tennessee, you have the auto and the healthcare and the cyber security, medical devices and logistics. Then in Mississippi, we have agriculture and auto companies. In Alabama, we have the auto companies, healthcare, agriculture again, and then aerospace and aviation. And in South Carolina, we have the aerospace, the textile, and the auto industry. In fact, last year in 2019, we opened the Sundaram Clayton plant, opened at Ridgeville there. And it's a big plant with a big employment of Indians and also the Indian Americans here. And I had the honor to inaugurate it there. Then you come to Georgia. Georgia has auto industries, aerospace, agriculture, then IT services and fintech industries. And Florida has aerospace, aviation, tourism. It is a big center for tourism, logistics, and also it has medical devices companies here. So of these states, the Florida and Georgia are the richest ones, the most prosperous ones, and they are home to many big names. Georgia, has Coca-Cola, Delta, Equifax, First Data, Pfizer, etc. here, and Florida also for you have medical industry there. It's known for Denso, Q Medicals, etc. Next slide. So you can see the total overall trade of, as I told you, this year in 2019 was around 150 billions. So friends, year 2020 has not been a very good year, and I would say not been, it is one of the worst years which the humankind has seen in recent history. Economy everywhere went downslide. Everything became topsy-turvy. India was no exception. People lost jobs. Many companies had to suffered losses. And but I believe that every cloud has a silver lining, and there is a ray of hope at the end of every tunnel. You can see light. So India responded quite well to this pandemic. In fact, I'll say our response was the best. And not only that, in managing COVID-19, but also internationally, we supplied medicines, hydroxychloroquine and other medicines to around 150 countries of the world. India came to be known, firmly established as the pharmacy of the world. Our PPE production was very negligible, but within 2-3 months, it multiplied many-fold, thousand-folds. We saw innovation, even auto companies coming together for making ventilators. So we rose up and in the adversity, and our government came with a plan with a massive economic package of $270 billion at the outset, which was around 10% of the GDP of India. And we started reforms in several sectors of the economy, be it mining, be it chemicals and fertilizers, be it agriculture, be it aviation, everywhere. We recently have brought agricultural reforms. There is a little bit of teething problems, but we are sure the farmers have already started getting the benefits, and the word has spread. So we will have everything will be even very soon. COVID-19 has not, it has rather upset our spirits, and it has given us more new opportunities. You see, the industries shifting from elsewhere in the world are now finding their way into India, and the world atmosphere is also in favor of India. It looks at India as a major destination for investments, as a big market, and you can see our Prime Minister has also come out with, he has been very inspiring, and he has said, given the slogan, be vocal for local. And we already had Make in India, so we are all going all out to manufacture things in India and export them out. He has also given the call for Atmanirbhar Bharat, so things will definitely get better. And so at the end of the year, I think there are positive, optimistic things to celebrate. I see two rays of hope, two good news at the end of the year. One is that ICAI has opened 4 chapters and it has expanded its horizons here. And the another good news is that vaccines have come. So with these, I end on an optimistic note. I do believe that your presence here will definitely positively affect the trade industry and business because of the 7 decades of experience and of ICAI and the name it has made and the professionalism that it is known for worldwide. So I congratulate you once again, and I wish you a Merry Christmas, everybody. And I would like to tell you that the Consulate General of India will extend all cooperation to you in every way, and we will together work with the Chambers of Commerce and the NAV here to achieve the aim of. We will take this. A bilateral trade of about 150 billion to 500, say in 2024-25. And together we will make India a $5 trillion economy. Thank you very much. And I wish you again a Merry Christmas and my best wishes for a new year. Thank you.
Thank you. Consul General Asim Kumarji, thank you for that wonderful speech. Thank you for the outreach. There was so much that I learned today from your presentation. And thank you also for informing all of us here about the initiatives taken by the Indian government. ICAI in the US is beholden to the Consulate General of India. The CG in San Francisco was there at our very launch, and they have supported us at every stage. And again at the July 4th launch, the Indian mission in Washington, where we had representation. And thank you once again for what you do at the Consulate General of India in Atlanta, but also all across the US and indeed across the world. Thank you. Our next speaker is CA Mahavir Singhvi ji, Joint Secretary, the Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India. Now, Mahavir ji would have been one of those children that parents would point to and tell their children, this is who you should be like. Just a short list of things of academic qualifications. He's a chartered accountant, of course, but also LLB, CS, CWA, MBA, has studied at Oxford, at IMA, at Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration, and of course, the Foreign Services Institute. So he was appointed to the IFS in the year 1999. Since then, he has served in several important assignments within the Ministry of External Affairs, including as Joint Secretary Counterterrorism, Joint Secretary Central Europe, Director SARC, Director ENSA, Director LAC, Director Multilateral Economic Relations, Deputy Secretary Technical Cooperation. I have a long list and it continues, but he has also represented India on several international forums. He's a regular speaker on diverse subjects at various national and international conferences. And most of all, he's a big supporter of the Institute. So Mahavir Singhji, I invite you to please say a few words.
Thank you. Thank you, Geeta ji. As usual, you have been very, I think, generous in your praise and your introduction about me. Honorable Suresh Prabhuji, Honorable Member of Parliament and India's Sherpa to G7 and G20. My colleague Asim Kumar, Consul at the Consulate General of India, Atlanta. CA Atul Kumar Gupta ji, CA Niyaranjan Jambusaria ji, Vice President of ICAI, Ms. Arunachalam ji, all the colleagues from various chapters, and of course the new representative offices. It's been great, in fact, for me to participate in all such events. In fact, I have participated in all the 3 events. This is the 3rd event which you are having in US. And it's been great pleasure for me to participate in each one of them. And so my congratulations to you for opening up of another, representative offices in four of the other representative offices in four cities of the United States: Atlanta, Florida, New Jersey, and Seattle. I'm sure that this would certainly uh, take ICI to newer heights. Of course, CA Atul Gupta ji and Niyaranjan Jambu Saryaji at the International Affairs Committee and the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India have been very supportive of this initiative. At the Ministry of External Affairs also, we have been very supportive of expansion of the ICI to various countries. You may recall that the Foreign Secretary has addressed ICI some time back on the vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat, and during the address, he mentioned that all the ICI chapters would be treated at par with the other apex industry organizations abroad. So I think that's a great recognition which was bestowed on the institute, and at the same time, I think it's a great responsibility also. My colleague Asim has pointed out about our relationship with the US, the new initiative that the government of India has taken. I'm not going to go into that, but I think all of you are aware of that, and there is a lot of expectations from members of the institutes who are abroad, particularly in bringing new technologies, capital investment, and into various sectors of the economy in India. We need your support to make certainly India kind of Atmanirbhar, and making India a $5 trillion economy in the times to come. Uh, the vision which ICI had set up for itself is also quite commendable. I just learned that the vision 2025 of ICI, and of course I have been part of that discussion when it happened in the uh, ICI International Affairs Committee, to take ICI into 100 locations around the world. And in any case, you are already there in the 64 cities and in 43 countries of the world. That's a great thing. And I'm sure that the vision which leadership of the Institute has set up would soon be realized, given the kind of commitment which we have from the president right now and the vice president who would be taking over as president very soon, in perhaps in February. So I think there's a great team which we have at ICI, and certainly they're working very hard to take institute around the world. Institutes members, I think they don't need any kind of introduction. They are well known everywhere for their professional competence around the world, particularly in the United States and in the Gulf countries and everywhere. I think they are recognized for their professional excellence. And that is something I think which we should capitalize on. Our strength is that we are very, very sound in our professional capacities and capabilities. And I think we should utilize that to bring glory to our nation. And the representative offices and chapters which we have now are actually acting to connect all those members with one another, and each other, and creating a kind of synergy which we all require, in fact. And I'm sure that in the times to come, it will going to go up further. My best wishes to all the new chapters once again, and wish you a very happy New Year and Merry Christmas. Thank you for inviting me. I would not take much time because we have Honorable Suresh Prabhuji, and we need to hear his words of wisdom. So thank you once again for inviting me here. Thank you.
Thank you, Mahavirji. Uh, thank you, Honorable CA Suresh Prabhuji. This is the moment that we've been waiting for. Suresh, beloved,
Down, hold her down, hold her down.
and India's Sherpa to the G20 is here. As you know, he was the Ministry of Commerce and Industry and Civil Aviation for the Indian government from 2017 to 2019. He's known as a man of action, having a penchant for undertaking reforms, scripting turnarounds, and achieving superlative results by working in mission mode. An advocate for decisive growth-driven change, he is supremely well respected for his impeccable integrity, passion, and commitment towards society at large. When he was the Minister of Railways, under his leadership, the railways transformed from a slow-moving behemoth into a fast, responsive organization. He's very well known for his easy accessibility to the public, which not only acts as a deterrent to bureaucratic delays and corruption in the functioning of ministry, but also encourages new ideas and viewpoints. He's a firm believer in people's participation in the working of ministries under him, especially through the involvement of stakeholders. But the reason we love CA Suresh Prabhu is that he is always there for us as chartered accountants. You know, he, whether it is functions, whether it is throwing his considerable weight behind initiatives that we want, uh, CA Suresh Prabhu has always been there for us. And thank you so much for making it to this event, even with the notice that we were able to provide you. Honorable CA Suresh Prabhu, Member of Parliament, if I can invite you to please say a few words. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Geeta. Thank you very much. I can see my friends and colleagues on the screen, including my dear friend, who is the president of the institute, the vice president, my colleague Mahavir Singhvi, who is uh, not only chartered accountant but also from the External Affairs Ministry. And I have some part of my responsibilities also is shared by the ministry. So I really very happy to see so many of them, and I can see so many others, but I cannot see all. So therefore, I'm not taking everybody's name. But I really congratulate all of you for this very wonderful program. I don't know who thought about this very imaginative way of organizing it. Today is Christmas Eve. And normally, as we grow as kids, we always wait for the 24th evening because we think that Santa Claus is going to come and fulfill my wishes. So I used to keep, my mother would always keep a bag outside my room, and then in the morning I will be always having whatever I desired in the bag. I think the world is also waiting for Santa Claus to come. It's a big wish list. At least the vaccine is one part of that wish list. But today, the Institute has organized this program on the eve of the Christmas as a Christmas gift to all the members in North America. A place where many Indians migrated some decades ago, some years ago. For what? For exploring the possibilities of making their careers better. And we always know US as a place where your dreams get fulfilled. It's a place where you can go with ambitions, and with your capabilities, you could achieve them. So United States has always been one of the most preferred destination for many Indians, and particularly professionals. See, unlike the other parts of the world where there are a large number of Indian people of Indian origin reside, there are more than 30 million people, more than 30 million people all over the world of Indian origin who live in different parts of the world. Some were forced to go there under the foreign rule in India. Some went as laborers, like closer to the home in the Middle East. But United States, most of our people of Indian origin, they went there as professionals. The first wave was doctors, then IT professionals in about a decade and a half ago. And chartered accountants also have been going there with a particular purpose of not only enriching their own lives, but also making the businesses in which they work far better than what they were. The chartered accountants, the call in United States as CPAs, and each state has a separate license required to be practicing as a CPA. But chartered accountants have made their names wherever they have gone. In fact, to some extent, it will not be exaggeration if I say that they run the Middle East. Many businesses in the Middle East are run by chartered accountants. If you go to Europe, in many countries, you'll find chartered accountants playing a very key role. And now I can very clearly see the US will also be another destination for chartered accountants because the qualification that they possess, because the knowledge that they have, the hard work that they put in will be best put to use in a place which has possibilities of making dreamers realize their own vision. And therefore, I hope this will be a good beginning in which now we are setting up these offices. And I must congratulate my institute, President Atul Kumar Gupta ji, and Vice President, of course, Jambu Sir will be taking over from him after a few months. And I think in India, there is no dispute about, at least in Chartered Account issue, there is no dispute about who is going to be the next president, right? So we have always clarity about it. And therefore, we'll be looking forward to he's taking over. But this, I must congratulate this team led by my dear friend Atul Kumar Gupta ji for broadening the vision of our institute, crossing the boundaries and going beyond what others have thought about earlier. US and India have a great partnership. We work very closely with each other. We have been working on almost all areas in which cooperation is possible, whether it is related to defense, whether it is related to economy, whether it is related to science and technology. We are all working together. In fact, as a Commerce and Industry Minister, which Geeta was pointing out to me earlier, I had tried to reach a deal with US on trade. I used to meet my dear friend, Secretary Wilbur Ross, many, many times. And we have talked about great potential that India and US partnership holds in trade and commerce. It is possible that we can work in such a way that the potential can be reached for mutual benefit. It is, of course, true that US is India's largest trading partner, India having trade surplus. But that is changing very fast because we buy a lot of aircrafts. We'll be buying a lot of aircrafts. We are already buying a lot of aircrafts. And this does not include the others. And we started buying oil from United States, which we never used to do before. So the trade balance, which is in India's favor, will also change, which to be an issue of contention between US administration and India. But I used to always explain to my counterpart, including US Trade Representative, US Commerce Secretary, that we are actually not understanding the importance of India-US partnership, which has benefited US immensely. The Indians working in the United States have added value to the US economy. They improved productivity. They are bringing high technology into the United States of different kind. They also help in creating jobs in the United States. In fact, I had prepared a paper under my watch which showed the number of jobs that have been created by Indian businesses in the United States. So this is not, we are there to steal the job, but we are actually there to create opportunities for, not just for Indians, but for Americans. And therefore this partnership is mutually rewarding. It has benefited Indians, but it has also benefited Americans. And that's the only way we can have a sustainable partnership. When both the countries benefit, both the citizens of both the countries enjoy the benefits of it, that is how the partnership should be. And that is what we are working on. I hope while we work on all these issues, United States now will realize the importance of agreeing for a mutual recognition of professionals' qualifications. The chartered accountants who pass out in India must be recognized as a CPAs in US. I understand there are some preliminary examinations which you have to give. I understand. Because even in the US, if you go from one state to another state, sometimes you have to also do registration and other formalities. That I understand. But it doesn't mean that we should not recognize mutually the qualifications of professional bodies. And I hope, which I was trying, and I will continue to try. I tried in many capacities and I will try to continue to do that in some other capacities to ensure that finally we reach that goal of mutual recognition of professional qualification. And that will really help both the countries. Because when you really look at it, in the WTO, we always say that there should be a free flow of trade and commerce. What about the services? Can you not say the same about services? The US economy is dominated by the services. Indian economy is also more than 60% of the GDP comes from services. So if services dominate the economy, how can the WTO deal only with trade and commerce and only merchandise trade? It should be services trade as well. And if you talk about services, it is obviously professionals who should be part of that service providers. And therefore, I think we must have mutual recognition as well as possibilities of ensuring that professionals from either countries will be able to be working in the other countries and add value to it. And as I said, I've been trying for it and I'll continue to try for it. I'm very happy to note that our chartered accountants, wherever they have gone, and I can say this with confidence, as well as I can even go with evidence, that wherever they have gone, they have proved the metal. They have been far more successful and they have added value. So making chartered accountants as part of the growth story of other country is in the interest of the host country as well. And therefore, I hope that happens very soon. I wish to congratulate once again my institute. I congratulate my dear friends from US. I know Gita is in San Francisco. I hope you are all well. I mean, I wish my friends well because we are worried about you because Corona has taken a heavy toll, particularly in US. And I hope you take care of yourself. Do create a firewall around you so that you will not be affected by the coronavirus. It's not just for you, not your for your families, but we are concerned about all Americans. Therefore, I hope this new vaccine now, which is just being rolled out, and now the two companies' vaccine will be out on the road, so people will be getting it soon. I hope that will actually ensure the safety of the fellow Americans. So let me wish you a Merry Christmas. Let me wish you a very happy 2021. And I have been to not many countries, only 144 countries in the world. And I come to many times to US. I don't know how many times, maybe a few hundred times. But I will look forward to now coming to meet each one of you in your respective cities so that we'll actually be able to meet each other better and also understand and find out how we can help you in your career or your professional jobs. So all the best to you. Let me offer my best wishes once again. Wishing all my friends in India a happy new year because I think it is not the new year only US is going to celebrate. All of us are going to celebrate. And that is the beauty of the world, that we say that we live in different world, but when we celebrate New Year, we are in the same world. Maybe the hours are different when we actually begin the new year. So we must realize that we are part of the same world. And if we are part of the same world, how can we have discrimination in terms of not accepting each other's qualifications? So I think we must do that and make one world a reality in a far better way. Thank you very much. God bless you all and look forward to US and India also becoming better trade partners years ahead. And I'm sure the new administration which is going to come will be more responsive to India's needs. And Prime Minister Modi, who has forged a great relationship with President Obama to begin with, and then followed by President Trump, I'm sure he will have a same relationship with President Biden when he takes over on 21st of January. So all the best to all of you, wishing you best and hoping that all of us will live in a much better world in 2021 and beyond. All the best to you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
As always, listening to Honorable C.A. Suresh Prabhu is an education. Thank you so much for your insights. Thank you for your care, your concern, your well wishes, and your forever support. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All the best to you and looking forward to a better life for all of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to cut the ribbon. It's time to hear from our teams in Atlanta, in Florida, in Seattle, and New Jersey. So, Vish, if you will go ahead and start the big part of the programming, meeting our teams from our new representative offices. The video, please.
Good evening to all my fellow chartered accountants in the US and in India. My name is Ambar Mehta. I'm a chartered accountant, a CPA in the US, and a chartered professional accountant from Canada. I'm based out of Atlanta, Georgia. Being a third generation chartered accountant, I'm absolutely thrilled at being a founding member of Atlanta Regional Chapter of ICAI. To my fellow chartered accountants in Atlanta, it is important we all work towards giving the CA degree its due recognition here in the US. As a US CPA, I firmly believe and say that it is the ICAI that made me what I am today, and undoubtedly it is an opportune time to give back and make the difference. I look forward to meeting a lot of fellow chartered accountants in person or virtually through this August organization to exchange business ideas, opportunities, and be help to fellow chartered accountants. I would like to congratulate Florida, Seattle, and New Jersey regional chapters for their launch today. Many thanks to ICAI India, SFO chapter, and the fellow founding members for their support and making this Atlanta regional chapter a reality. Thanks and have a nice day.
Hi, I'm Rajiv Kumar. I passed my CA in 2007. My motivation to form a representative office of ICAI here in Atlanta is to create a platform where chartered accountant professionals can network and mentor each other. Thanks.
Hello, I am CA Nilesh Likhite, 2008 batch. The main reason for me to be part of a team to form and create a RO in Atlanta area is to connect with my fellow chartered accountants in the region and to promote their professional as well as personal development. Being one of the proud founding members of Atlanta RO for ICAI also gives me an opportunity to help expand the influence of the institute in the US, specifically in the local region. I am confident that setting up of RO will be helpful in providing networking opportunities and further the cause and mission of ICAI. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Hey everybody, my name is Prakash Chandrabalan and I completed my CA in 1994 from Chennai. Well, I relocated to US in 2019 and wanted to pursue CPA to complement my CA qualification. In fact, it was my formal attempt at academics after more than 20 years, and it was quite overwhelming at the start, as you can imagine. But to my pleasant surprise, I was able to complete CPA in about 4 months, and with relative ease. I think I can proudly and confidently say that this was only possible because of the strong foundation and academic rigor that professional colleagues like ourselves go through in CA. The depth of experience, professionalism, the financial and commercial acumen of Indian chartered accountants needs to be celebrated. And I'm glad that ICAI has taken this grand initiative to promote CA in the United States by setting up these various chapters. It's a great honor to be part of the founding team of ICAI Atlanta chapter, and I look forward to working with all of you to increase the recognition and visibility of brand CA across industries, as well as other professional bodies in the US. And I take this opportunity to thank the entire ICAI team, in particular Vish, Apurva, and other team members for giving this opportunity and offering us this great platform to reconnect with fellow professionals, and not just in Atlanta, but across the US. Congratulations, and I look forward to a greater collaboration with all of you. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Purva Malia. I'm a CA and a CPA. Today is a very special occasion for the members of the ICAI representative offices of Atlanta, Seattle, New Jersey, and Florida as we inaugurate our respective ROs. I would like to take this opportunity to thank ICAI leadership for undertaking this wonderful initiative and commend the efforts and help extended to us by the San Francisco chapter of ICAI in helping us take the first step towards expanding ICAI's reach in our region. I remember how excited I was when I first heard about this initiative. The thought of taking ICAI to newer frontiers by leveraging our collective network to further the goals of our members settled abroad immediately appealed to me. As we started our outreach program, the astounding response we received from every single member we reached out to further affirmed our faith in this initiative. Launching a representative office is only a first step towards a mission that will benefit our members and the Indian industry at large. I'm very excited to be associated with this initiative and cannot wait to see the various opportunities that are waiting to unfold from this collaboration.
Hi, I'm Vipul Shah from Atlanta, Georgia. I would like to congratulate Atlanta team on inauguration of representative office. This small step will bring big changes for many CAs located in and around Atlanta. Apart from acting as a social and networking hub for chartered accountant community, it will also help with mentoring and matching professional opportunities with right CA candidates. Atlanta and many similar representative offices in the United States will bring recognition of CA talent by corporate world as well as local accounting bodies for reciprocity.
I am CA Om Mandhana from Boca Raton, Florida. I am also a certified public accountant since 2006, and I recently got my marks for CFP, Certified Financial Planner. I am very happy to be part of the Florida Representative Office. I view this as an opportunity to bring the chartered accountants together and provide a forum and platform to network, to improve our visibility in the area, and to eventually work with other representative offices, and for the eventual recognition of chartered accountants.
Hello, and welcome from bright and sunny Miami, Florida. My name is Alok Agrawal, and I have the distinct honor and privilege to be a founding member of the newly formed Florida Representative Office of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. I completed my CA in India back in 1974, and I've been a proud member of the Institute for about 40 years. I've been in the United States since 1973, and for the past 40 years, I've been working in private industry in various capacities as Director of Finance, Controller, and CFO. I'm excited and thrilled that the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India has recently established and recognized Florida as their representative office. And I'm sure that that day is not far away when the Institute will recognize us as their next chapter within the United States. With the international trade being more and more global these days, I have no doubt in my mind that the members of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India will be able to sector, computer technology, and the software development. Indians have done extremely well in various facets of the American life, whether it is academics, science, technology, or business. Each and every day, we're seeing more and more Indians assuming leadership roles at Wall Street and in corporate America in various capacities as CEOs, CFOs, CTOs, CMOs, and venture capitalists, and even in American politics. As a fellow chartered accountant and a CPA, I implore all of us, members of the Institute of the Chartered Accountants of India, to join together through these forums and through these common platforms to use our collective power and force, whether as members of the representative office, chapter, or just as a member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, to foster further growth and harmony amongst ourselves and to further glorify the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, of whom we are all proud members. May God bless each of us, and thank you all, and Jai Hind.
Hello, good morning everyone. My name is C.A. Sanjay Gupta from Florida office. I'm of 1988 batch. I'm so proud every single day that I'm a fellow member of ICAI. It was one of my dreams to have ICAI presence in the USA. I approached about 15 years back to the ICAI to open a branch office, but the time requirement was you have to have at least 20 or 25 members to have a chapter. So it was tough. But when I heard back in July 2020 that you can form an ICAI RO only with 5 members and later convert to a chapter, that was fantastic news. I really loved this news and immediately started working on it. And within 2 weeks of a time, we got consent from 5 Florida ICAI members. So we were able to form ICAI Florida representative office. My thanks to all Florida founding members as well as the entire ICAI management committee. As we know that chartered accountancy course is very rigorous. And back at my time, only 2% was the pass rate. With that knowledge, it was so much easier to pass a CP exam after you pass a C exam. The ICAI courses provided so much knowledge and practical experience that you can find a job anywhere in the world. So it's quite exciting news that ICAI is increasing its global presence and pretty much opening offices every state of the United States. It will be a big help to our fellow members as well as incoming new members in their profession to increase knowledge and share experience. I can say that today is a very special day that we have inauguration the Florida Representative Office with 3 other offices, 3 other locations. My sincere thanks to the ICAI President Atulji, Vice President Niharji, and Consulate General of India, Asimji, and other all distinguished guest members present today. My thanks goes to San Francisco chapter who helped us to form a Florida RO. I wish each and every member a happy and healthy new year, and we are looking forward to connect with ICAI fellow members and more people will join ICAI Florida office. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Hello, my name is Vishu Garg. I'm a chartered accountant from 1998 batch and I'm a CPA here in Florida. And I'm really very happy and delightful that CA Institute now has footprint all over the US as well as all over the world. And now, having so many locations in the US, now we will be able to connect with all our colleagues from India, and we will be having share and exchanges of the ideas and knowledge, which is amazing. I feel I remember 25 years ago when we started the idea of becoming a CA, it looked like a long journey, but what the institute offers and the kind of knowledge and education we achieved, I really feel proud of the part of the CA community, and I want to congratulate the institute to have these chapters all over US, and I look forward to
Giriraju. I did my CA back in 1990, and I moved to US in year 2000. And my main motivation to start the representative office in New Jersey is to bring together all the local chartered accountants in New Jersey. We have close to 200 chartered accountants in the New Jersey area, and so I feel that this is a great platform for the networking or professional advancement and the career placements for local CA community. I want to congratulate my fellow chartered accountants, and also I want to appreciate the ICAI leadership team for their initiative to expand the footprint in US. I also want to thank ICAI San Francisco team for their guidance and support in setting up this representative office, and I'm very excited to get reconnected with ICAI, and I look forward to work representing them in US. Thank you.
My name is Mahna Zabib and I'm from 2015 batch. I'm really excited on opening of representative office in New Jersey. There are so many CAs in New Jersey, and this gives us a common platform to come together, share our thoughts, and create a common circle of like-minded people. I think this office opening will enlighten many people about what CA is as a profession, and it will be easily accessible to interested candidates in future. I'm glad to be part of this initiative, and I hope to contribute to it. I also request my fellow members to come together, participate, and make this event a huge success. I really look forward to this inauguration event. Thank you everyone, and happy holidays.
Hi, I'm Ram Prasad. I'm a chartered accountant and I've also passed my CPA exam. I'm currently working at Capgemini as Senior Director, Corporate Tax. Very excited about this opening of ICAI's RO in New Jersey, and congratulations to all for making this happen. Looking forward to meeting everyone soon. Thank you and happy holidays.
Hello everyone, my name is Vikas Goyal. I completed my chartered accountancy in year 96. We moved to United States in year 97, and I also completed my CPA and ISACA. Since the last 22 years, I have been working in financial systems, and currently I am employed with Fitch Group, a financial rating agency. I'm looking forward to be part of USA Chartered Accountancy New Jersey Group and learn new ideas and opportunities from all of your experiences, and also share mine at the same time. Thank you everyone. Nice to meet you all. Bye.
Hi everyone, I'm Varuna and I live in the Garden State. I've been living in Greenwich for the last 17 years, preparing for its personal and small business licenses. Having the chartered accountancy from India has helped me bridge the gap in understanding how the tax code of the US might impact us Indians when we are required to report our Indian taxes in the US. I'm really excited to be part of this group and looking forward to meet people in person once we are over the COVID hope. And I would really like to share my thoughts and also get insight from all of you in how it can help us professionally to enlighten our brains and increase our knowledge. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Aditya. I'm a chartered accountant and I live in Seattle. I'm very excited about being part of the launch of the regional office here, and I'm looking forward to working with ICAI to build a community in the city and help drive people to people as well as commercial connections between our two great nations. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Shiv Bhardwaj and I'm privileged and honored to be a founding member of the ICAI representative office in Seattle. I would like to start off by congratulating my peers and leadership on today's RO launches at Atlanta, Florida, New Jersey, and of course Seattle. My training as a chartered accountant has given me a solid foundation and has inculcated in me a continued desire to seek knowledge, learn and unlearn both professionally and personally. myself to pursue this noble profession. Our vision for the Seattle office is to drive networking and professional development of chartered accountants in the region, mentoring of new generation CAs, as well as enhancing the brand image of chartered accountants in the various businesses and industries in the region. We are confident that we will be able to bring the cargo into the chapter in the near future and appreciate all of the support that we have received from ICAI San Francisco as well as from leadership. I'd like to end by congratulating everyone for today's event as well as wishing them a healthy and prosperous 2021. Stay safe. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Shyam Dhanuka and I'm a CA from the 2001 batch. I moved to Seattle about 2 years ago to work for Microsoft from India. I manage risk and compliance for the sales business in Microsoft. CA is the foundation stone of my career and I recognize it to be the biggest stepping stone as well. It is a great feeling to be a founding member of the Seattle RO. In US and especially in Seattle, the tech industry is booming with a lot of Indians making an indelible mark in the industry. Many have gone to become CEOs of large tech organizations. Microsoft is leading amongst them with Satya Nadella hailing from India. I expect our chartered accountant fraternity to grow and leverage the opening of this RO. Thank you.
Hello and namaste from Seattle, Washington, the latest chapter of the ICAI's representative office. My name is Dr. Niranjan Chepalkari. I'm a professor of accounting at Seattle University and a proud chartered accountant since 1985. Welcome to Seattle, beautiful city. As you can see over my shoulder, you have the Space Needle, and then in the distance you have Mount Rainier. It's also the home of one of the top football sports teams in the United States, the Seattle Seahawks, and plus you have the Sounders, the top soccer team, and you have the Seattle Storm, the top basketball team. That apart, Seattle is also the home of Microsoft, of Amazon, of Starbucks, of Costco, of Packard, and of Boeing. As a matter of fact, Seattle and the state of Washington, the 10th largest export destination of the state of Washington is India. And the top exports from the state of Washington include things like apples to airplanes. So there's a lot of range in the sort of economic activity and the trade that goes on between the state of Washington, where Seattle is located, and the country of India. There are about 70,000 professionals from who have been born in India who work here as tech professionals, professors, doctors, and a lot of them are entrepreneurs, they are owners of startups, and also we have CEOs who are of Indian origin. So there's a lot of great stuff going on in Seattle. I'm very excited about this new representative office in Seattle, and I'm really looking forward to working with my colleagues to make this a successful representative office. Thank you, and I look forward to meeting you in Seattle. Bye now.
Wow. Okay, round of applause. Let's unmute. My people in Atlanta, Florida, New Jersey, and Seattle, that was absolutely wonderful. It was delightful hearing you speak. President Atul Kumar ji, can I request you to please declare the rep offices of Florida, of Atlanta, of New Jersey, and Seattle open?
Yeah, I congratulate all the four representative office and all the colleagues. And it's wonderful that now from today onwards, we have the 4 new representative office in North America as given by ma'am, the Atlanta, Florida, New Jersey, and Seattle. So I congratulate once again, and the congratulate to the leadership at the North America, and specifically the contribution and efforts by CA Vish Arunachalam ji and Madam CA Geeta Ramakrishnan for taking all the lead and motivating all colleagues. And I'm aware that the fire behind all these things are CA Vijay Gupta ji, who started the, as she mentioned rightly, Madam by Geeta, that the first ignition to this entire journey came from the British Columbia chapter of ICAI. So thank you, and once again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard, ROs. We now have another group of eminent well-wishers who are here to wish as well. I start with Commissioner Chivukula. Commissioner Chivukula is one of those, rare breed. It is so inspiring to see people, to see Indian Americans in politics and serving our community in that way. He was appointed to the Board of Public Utilities in 2014. He's been a New Jersey assemblyman. He's served on the Assembly Telecommunications and Utilities Committee. He's been the vice chair of the Homeland Security and State Preparedness Committee. He's been a co-chair of the New Jersey Science and Technology Legislative Caucus and the New Jersey World Languages and International Studies Legislative Caucus. He has also served as mayor of Franklin Township and served in the National Council of State Legislators and on the Council of State Governments. Aside from this, he currently serves in the National Association of Regulatory Utility Commissioners, Telecommunications Community, and is a member of the Mid-Atlantic Conference of Regulatory Utilities Commissioners. In 2015, he was appointed to the FCC's Communication Security, Reliability, and Interoperability Council, as well as NARUC's Telecommunication Act Modernization Task Force. Mr. Chivukula received a Bachelor of Engineering degree in Electrical Engineering from the College of Engineering, Chennai, which is my hometown, so I'm super kicked, and a Master of Engineering degrees from the City College in New York and also from Rutgers. Commissioner Chivukula, if you would, a few wishes, if you would please address the gathering.
Thank you, Geetaji. Namaste. And I also want to congratulate President Atul Mukulji also. And it gives me great pleasure when the Indian community does so well, and especially chartered accountants and certified public accountants make a big difference in the growing economy of New Jersey and other states. And also, I'm very happy that you have other chapters in Atlanta, Florida, and also Seattle, and it is indeed a pleasure to join you and welcome New Jersey chapter. And the New Jersey government is more than thrilled because the economy of New Jersey is vibrant, and it is going to be helped by chartered accountants and CPAs. And so I am looking forward to that. And anything I can do to help you facilitate any issues with the government, please look to me, and I will do my best to help you. And it is a joyous occasion that the chartered accountants, not only from India, are spreading their wings all over the United States and all over the globe. And it is a perfect time to celebrate the holiday season. And I just want to wish every one of you a happy holiday season, as well as a happy new year 2021, where we'll hope to get rid of this COVID-19. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Commissioner Chivukula. Thank you for being here with us. And again, very inspiring. Our next speaker is Dr. Rajiv Dugar. Dr. Dugar is a chartered accountant, a company secretary, a cost and works accountant, and also has a law degree from India. He is currently an associate professor at business at the UW Bothell School of Business and is the vice chair of Washington State Board of Accountancy. His interests are in audits, financial reporting, and management accounting. He teaches the seminar on accounting research and forensic accounting and coordinates both the Accounting Profession Speaker Series and the UW Bothell Accounting Ethics Conference. He earned his PhD at Pennsylvania State University and holds a BSc in honors and statistics. Wow. Dr. Dugar, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Geeta, for that elaborate introduction. It's a pleasure to be here. And indeed, I want to start out by recognizing the Atul Kumarji and the ICAI team who's done such good work to get this going in a very short time, from what I understand. Excellent to see this initiative. And also Suresh Prabhuji and the career civil service professionals, the SFO team, the Seattle team. So to everybody, my sincere appreciation, and to everybody who's all my fellow chartered accountants, namaste, and welcome to the Seattle chapter. It's wonderful. We have a dynamic young professional here, Shiv, who's sort of, I can see his beaming visage. We also have other people, as you've seen in the Seattle chapter. I was listening and taking notes, as teachers do when they're listening in on something. And so I heard a number of themes, and I think they are all embody for me what I expected to hear from a group of chartered accountants gathered together. We noticed several things that are terrifically important in today's economy, not just in India, not just in the United States, but globally. And at the end of the day, both India and the US, as has been mentioned several times, are two of the leading democracies in the world. So we naturally have an alliance of interests, right? And the fundamental goal is to create, to remove power asymmetries and to create a more just and equitable society. We can't do that without having the resources to devote to the needs of the neediest, because society will always have 30 to 40% of the people, whether it's the kids or it's the elderly, the people who are preparing to make their contribution to society or people who have already made their contribution to society. And therefore, we have to pay. And a rich country and a prosperous society is based on fixed costs. Clean air is a fixed cost. Clean water is a fixed cost, right? We accountants understand cost structures. We understand taxation. We understand some have to pay while others gain the benefit at any point in time. So this is a real problem, and we accountants are needed for that simply because it's a problem of intergenerational equity. One of the foundational principles of taxation in economics is intergenerational equity. And in the US, when I sit on the board of the Washington Board of Accountancy, we often hear, why should I pay taxes this year? The deficit was created by taxpayers in previous years. Why should current and future taxpayers pay? So this whole idea that there's an overhead recovery rate and that applies across generations is something that I sit on boards and I hear people argue, why should I pay? But dude, it's a rich country. Most of our costs are fixed. They have to be paid every year. We've all got to chip in to pay, right? So CAs, I think, just from my very foundational training, as Geeta mentioned, my undergraduate degree is in statistics. So I studied physics, mathematics, and statistics when I was in college. So I always think of accounting as being the physics of the financial world, because the balance sheet and the income statement and the statement of cash flows measure location in space, economic space, if you please, and transition on the wealth axis and on the cash axis, two critical things that a business needs to be successful. So we CAs are in that position to provide knowledge-based service to the global economy, and Seattle sits at the crux of that, right? The software made in this town runs the world. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but certainly in terms of our impact on the global community, the global IP environment, Seattle punches well above its weight. So I am really glad to see this chapter form. I hope that the CAs here will come forward and join us as we seek to further our agenda of knowledge-based service to our society, to our community. And one of the amazing things that we see right here on this screen is the diversity, the sheer diversity of people who are here in terms not only of vintage. I might be I actually learned something today. I beat Chips to it. I got my CA in 82. He's a CA of 85. So I may be one of the more senior people here, but I see there are some others here, of course, who are more senior than me. But bottom line is Seattle chapter, I hope, serves as the nexus for a beautiful future for chartered accountants, not just in this area, but throughout the country and indeed throughout the world, because these connections go everywhere, as we know. So again, my congratulations to all those who have worked so very hard, and my thanks to them, and my greetings to all my fellow chartered accountants, hoping that wherever you are, you will support the Seattle chapter as they move forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor. That was instructive, and I'm glad that we have you as one of our guiding angels in Seattle. Thank you. Moving on, our next guiding angel, our next well-wisher, Terry Kay from Florida. She's a long-standing CPA. She's a treasurer and board member on the South Florida Managers Association. She served as a tax service leader of her firm, Daskell Bolton LLP, for several years now. She has 30 years of experience in public accounting and specializes in holistic tax planning. Terry Kay, if we can have a few words from you.
Thank you so much for inviting me to participate in today's very exciting event. Congratulations on the opening of the new representative offices in Florida, in New Jersey, Seattle, and Atlanta. As members of the American Institute of CPAs and the corresponding state associations, such as the Florida Institute of CPAs, as members of those groups join your organizations and your representative offices, the opportunity within the accounting community around the world to connect and to deepen those professional relationships will just continue to grow and be enhanced. And that's a very exciting thing to be a part of. I want to thank Sanjay Gupta for inviting me to be here. And I applaud that he is a part of this organization and being involved in the Florida Representative Office. I have had the pleasure of knowing him for more than 20 years. He and I have worked together professionally at two different CPA firms. And I can say that I have the utmost respect for him professionally and personally. And he is definitely one of the right people to be involved in making sure that the organization grows and the office grows, membership grows and thrives. I have been a CPA in Florida myself for 33 years, and it is my pleasure to be associated with this organization now through Sanjay. I have clients around the world, and now I know that I have new professional connections for them to make sure and enhance what their needs are anywhere that they may be. In addition to being on the executive committee and the tax practice leader for my firm, Daskell Bolton, I am also the treasurer of the South Florida Manufacturers Association. Manufacturers worldwide need accurate information about the roles of importing their services and their goods into other countries, both from country tax level and local taxes. For companies importing into and selling to customers in the US, they need to understand the federal, state, and local tax, income, and sales tax implications. Our firm is available to assist with cross-border business and personal matters, as well as issues that arise in any of the 50 states. I'm happy to be a resource for the ICAI members around the world, and I'm available to speak on any technical matters tax technical matters that may come up if that is ever a need. And once again, I just want to thank you for inviting me to participate, and I want to congratulate all of the representative offices and all of the people involved. I think this is going to be a great thing for the CA community and the CPA community. Thank you.
Thank you, Terry, for your friendship and for what I hope will be a very mutually beneficial partnership between the ICAI and you and your organization. thank you once again for being a friend to ICAI in Florida. And Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. With that, ladies and gentlemen, our program draws to a close. I will now request my colleague, CA Sudha Michael, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Wow, that was a wonderful inaugural celebration. A big hearty congratulations to the 4 representative offices of Atlanta, Florida, New Jersey, and Seattle. I'm Sudha Michael, Vice Chair at the San Francisco chapter of Institute of Chartered Accountants. And we like to thank several people that contributed to making this event a grand success. First, we like to thank the Institute of Chartered Accountants for training our intellect and our values. And we take great pride in being chartered accountants. It is this image and gratitude that glues and binds us together, wanting to come together and together be a formidable force. Today's inauguration was special with the president of ICAI, CA Atul Guptaji's encouraging words. He highlighted the importance of the foreign chapters and the representative offices and our role to be leaders and connect the global chartered accountant world. We also want to thank our Vice President, CA Nihar Jambusariaji, who extended the support of the back office of the headquarters for CAs to grow and to succeed. Thank you both President and Vice President for inaugurating the ROs right before the Christmas holidays. We are honored to have today Mr. Asim Kumar from the CGI Atlanta office. His message to grow the Indo-US relationship was encouraging. Thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule and being with us, Mr. Asim. We also want to thank CA Mahavir Singhviji, who has been a constant support to all of us. He's always encouraging us to build the tighter relationships between India and US. Today, he reminded us the recognition that we have, the foreign chapters have, to be partner in nation building and the responsibility that comes with it. We are sure that we listen to you and we will deliver on that promise. Thank you, Mr. Mahavir Singhviji, for being with us. And we were really excited to have our chief guest, CA Suresh Prabhuji, at such short notice. He's one from our own fraternity, and his very warm and encouraging message was very nice to hear, and we will go ahead and we will prioritize the goal of achieving the mutual recognition between CAs and CPAs. Yes, we do recognize that we have a lot of potential if we harness our strengths together. And thank you very much for coming and inaugurating and gracing this occasion, CA Prabhuji. And we look forward to your visit to come and meet with us here in the US. We also like to thank our well-wishers from the different ROs for giving their support and their best wishes to the ROs. They will be ambassadors to work with the ROs and help connect the representative offices with the communities there. We like to thank Commissioner Upendra Chivukula, Dr. Rajiv Dugar, and Ms. Terry Kay. All these representative offices without working closely together with the International Affairs team at ICAI headquarters. We always count on them right from the beginning, where they accept and collect the consent letters to arranging this inaugural event. a big thanks to Muditji Shivgupta ji and the team at International Affairs. We also want to thank Maitri Maniar, who created this wonderful launch video. She meticulously put together the messages from the RO members. Thanks for your time, Maitri. A shout out to the ICAI San Francisco chapter. Vish Arunachalam, Geeta Ramakrishnan, and the team have committed many months to light the spark in these 4 ROs. We are so proud to see that the ROs that we inaugurated in July have grown. They have committed and they are poised to deliver some really powerful programs. We are able to do this and will continue to do this, but we have to recognize our sponsors who help the San Francisco chapter do this. So we have as our sponsors, as our gold sponsors, Eisner Amper, Anand Bhuvan, and Sanjeev Gupta CPA. We have as the silver sponsors, Chug LLP, and our bronze sponsors, AppRap, Bhatia and Company, Right Comply, A-Right-Co, and Harshwal and Associates. Thank you very much, sponsors. We appreciate your help. Finally, we want to thank the founding members of these 4 newly inaugurated ROs for pledging to grow their member base, for being the ICAI brand ambassadors, and to be agents to support the professional growth of its members. Once again, wishing Team Atlanta, Florida, New Jersey, and Seattle the very, very best. This concludes our Taking ICAI to Newer Frontiers in America event. We thank all the well-wishers who joined today. We wish all of you will stay safe and have a wonderful holiday season. Thank you very much.
Thanks, everybody, and congratulations. Bye-bye. Take care. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all of you, please.
Thank you,
Merry
everyone.
Christmas. Happy New
Merry
Year.
Christmas.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks a lot. Congratulations. See you. Bye.
Thank you, everybody.